working. My little mirror look dirty. And guess what? This is the back of the mirror. Dirty. All right, let me see. The more my personality shows, the more these people be like, I'm not following her for no advice. This lady,
I don't think that's what they don't think.
This lady nuts. I just be living my life, y'all. Living my life like it's not. No. Okay, sorry. I'll play too much. All right, let's see. Live from. Okay, so now we got the camera. I'm going to switch to the back camera, y'all. Hey, y'all. We're back for Midday Reset. I'm going to switch it up a little bit. India is over there in the background. She don't want to be on camera today, but she was talking to me. So, I don't know. Let's see. I'm going to try to use the back camera, too. Because I know that camera is better. Okay. And I brought up the video on my main screen so that way I could see if you guys have any questions or anything. Let's see if the picture is clearer today. Okay, let's see. I'm moving the shot. I'm using the back of my camera. Y'all know you can't see the back of the camera. I think I went the wrong way on the camera. So will. Okay, so we're gonna do a quick poll today too. Let me see if you guys are on here and you enjoyed the. Can I go to the actual live? Yeah, that's good enough. We good. Okay. So today we are going to talk about skin tightening, which we spoke about last week. I actually did some treatments on some clients. We're going to talk about some current things going on that I think are like rather funny and my outtake on them, as well as just getting older in general. I am pushing. I'm in my late 30s, and I will be on my over the hill birthday, which is still weird for me to say because I don't feel as though I'm pushing 40, which I know a lot of women do not like to tell people their ages, but I don't care. I don't think it's that deep. Maybe one day I'll learn why they don't like telling their ages. I probably started getting attacked by ageism, but I guess we'll get to that road when we get to it, right? Thank you guys so much for joining me for Midday Reset, where we will talk about skincare and other things going on in our life. If you guys have any questions, make sure to let me know in the comments. And last week, I ended up doing 2 live facials. And remember, that's what I used to do back in the day. I used to do the live facials before I started coming on every day at 2 o'clock. Did you guys enjoy doing the live facials and talking to my clients about their experience, or what we've been doing as far as like just answering the questions that you guys have? Because at this point, we're at the 1.5 month mark, and we shot about 30 of these. So I think we can kind of see what you guys want to talk about, what you don't want to talk about, and just let me know in the comments. And as always, let me know where you are from when you comment. As a matter of fact, where are y'all from anyway? The people who are in here. That was funny. Hey, Fernanda. Let's see. Chat, I'm going to create a poll. Let's see. And you can answer it on a poll. Did you like the live? Hi, Sarah. Okay, so I'm going to put a little poll down here. Did you enjoy the live facials? And I think I'm going to start doing giveaways too. I got to learn about how to do those things as well. So give me grace. I don't know if you have never went live before, it is not as easy as you think. There's so many intricate things to learn. And I know that's like why they say just get started and then I'll learn as I go. But I kind of want to know some more stuff. So I'm going to learn more as I go. And believe it or not, my son tell me a lot of stuff to do. That's what he tell me to say. Make sure you subscribe, like and subscribe. He always, and heart, he told me. Heart the video. Okay, so midday reset, we are going to talk about skin tightening. If you guys were on live last week, you remember I did a skin tighten treatment, which helps to define my jawline as well as help with the double chin. Notice how it's getting tighter. It's so soft and it's getting tighter. Do India here, guys. Either she gonna make this video be click farmed or because I click farm myself. Do you see the difference?
I do. It's more defined for sure.
Gas at me yet? What wrong we doing? Gassing? We're so cute, girl. He be like, I taught him slang last night. He said, how do you say dad in slang? He's like, because you call you mom and dad. My son is so proper. It's approximately, okay, let me stop talking about my son. He's so cute, girl. So smart. And he's like, how do you say dad? And I was like, pops. He's like, pops? That's how you say dad? Am I going to get in trouble for saying that? I said, no, you could just say pops. He said, well, how do you say mom in slang? I was like, you just say mom. He was like, I think I'll still call you mom. That sounds weird. He didn't like that, mom. He didn't like mom. He was like, that sounds weird. I don't want to call you that. And then I taught him some other things. And he called his granddaddy and prank called his granddad at 12 o'clock at night, acting like he was the police that heard him making a disturbance. His granddaddy was like, I got your number on my caller ID wrong. He's like, Max. He's like, this is not Max. Looking at him like, wait till you have kids. If you decide to have kids, girl, when you could tell that they have your personality, it be so dang on funny. Cause you just be like, you can't get mad at nothing. Well, and me, yes. When I tell you I don't get mad at nothing my son does, cause I just be like, you got it honest, sweet baby. Even when he do like crazy stuff, I be like, you got it honest. Yeah.
I just seen him. That's why I just set a boundary with you.
What did he say? Oh.
He said, I really don't like when you do.
I really don't like when you do that.
Set the boundaries.
I said, oh, I'm sorry. He said, I really don't like when you do that. Please stop doing that. I said, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's the thing about kids. When you have kids that are, you're raising them to be emotionally intelligent and have boundaries, they're going to have them with you too. And you can't be a toxic parent and feel like you are, well, for me, I don't care what other people will do. Well, for me, I'm not going to teach him boundaries and teach him about his personal space and how to make people respect him. And then when he does it to me, because back in the day, remember, that was disrespect to us. Like, your parents told you how to interact with people, but if you try to tell them they can't interact with you like that, you being disrespectful. Like, what? You just told me to tell nobody not to cuss me out. You over here calling me all types of, So, yeah, my son he's hilarious. And see, y'all, right, Sarah? I'm trying to tell y'all. I'm still, if y'all believe it, I'm still trying to add this thing on poll. Because I did it. I put the question in, but for some reason, it's not accepting the actual poll. I don't know. Okay, so I did skin tightening last week, and as you guys can tell, it is tightening even more. That's why with skin, I'll let you guys know, with skin tightening, it helps your body to naturally produce collagen and fibroblasts and help to tighten the skin and pull it back to where it's supposed to be. Will it give you that full lifted look as though you had a facelift? Absolutely not, because sometimes facelifts can actually leave you overstretched looking, where they kind of start looking like jigsaw a little bit. And it won't do that. However, it will make your pores more refined. It will help with problem areas. That's why we recommend that you do at least 6 to 8 treatments, so that way you see a significant result. And the great thing about being a darker skin tone is that your skin holds the heat more, so therefore you see a result faster. So even from this last week, and then it just gets better and better. That's why you have to compound the results. So if you are looking into getting skin tightening, no matter where you go, if people tell you it's one and done without it being a nip tuck and some type of surgery, do not get it. As far as now, I'm going to speak about the threads. I even considered getting threads in the past because the threads give you that tiny look. However, the threads don't last for a long time, and if you want to go to that angle, you run the risk of a person placing it incorrectly. You run the risk of you having that again, that jigsaw tight look, and I've heard of significant scarring from those as well. Now, is that medically researched what I just spoke about? No, that's from me talking to women all day, every day, and us all doing our treatments and talking to people who have done different types of sessions or different types of treatments and seeing what they like. So I won't speak ill of threads, but from what I've heard, I won't be getting threads. I like skin tightening because it's working with my natural skin. It's working with my natural collagen in my body. I'm using vitamins. I'm drinking water. I'm eating the best I can at the moment because sometimes it get a little tight and I might get a pizza. But that's my outlook on skin tightening. But to make skin tightening even better for you is to have a great at-home skincare routine, which will even promote. So it's not when you do any skincare treatment, any surgeries, any semi-permanent skincare with the fillers, the injectables. That's the esthetician, the dermatologist, and the surgeon, right? Aftercare is the thing that is going to push you over the top. We speak about aftercare with getting BBLs. We speak about aftercare with getting facelifts. We speak about aftercare with getting liposuction. If you are not doing the proper aftercare and keeping up with your results, you're going to have to basically get it done again or start from the beginning. And that's even with a facelift. That's even with BBLs. Like, it's women who come in here and have had BBLs and they don't do their and the one thing I love about women when they get plastic surgery, they will show you everything. They'll pull out their breasts. They pull up their shirt. They will show you. Take your hand and put it on it. Look, girl, see how I feel? Don't it feel weird right here? Can't you feel that scar tissue under there? I'm like, girl, yeah, I do feel it. What is that? I think them fibroids, but I got them. That's a whole conversation. But women are more transparent with what they're getting now. When I feel like people used to lie. It's still people who lie and say they didn't get anything done. But women are much more transparent. They're transparent with their doctors. They're transparent with everything. So let's see. That skin tightening we are talking about. I don't want to get off the subject. And I feel like I'm about to be all over the place a little bit. Okay, let's see. Okay, so anti-aging. My outlook on anti-aging is aging gracefully and not making yourself look like. Look at that, y'all. See how my finger is just following that jawline? Come on now. Even with the pizza I ate yesterday. Skin tightening. Metro Detroit. I'm gonna do this as a shameless plug because we know what we're doing here. Come to Huline if you are interested in getting skin tightening. If you're interested in getting any anti-aging laser treatments, as far as if you have dark African American skin, all these results that we are doing is with massaging, with laser, with radio frequency, and with great facials. We do not use injectables. We do not use fillers. I didn't build the jawline out with fillers. This is from my natural bone structure and natural collagen. And again, look at the bounce in the skin. I know what I'm doing. We know here, okay? Okay, let's see. Now let's get to answer some anti-aging questions. What you were saying, India? Is your appointment show? It's a no show.
I was about to ask you something too when you were talking about the thread and stuff. Have you been seeing a lot about that facial rebalancing?
Oh,
how you feel about that?
I don't know. You know what? I acknowledge that when you get facial rebalancing, it's gorgeous. The results are gorgeous, but I am so scared of the migration.
Yeah.
When you see people who get facial rebalancing, it looks absolutely gorgeous. Like, perfect example, Portia Williams. She the baddest. That lady's so beautiful. I don't give a damn who man she took, man she stole, what she was doing. She prayed. The man go to my. She prayed on me. She prayed for me, sir. You thought you was getting somebody, and you got by one of the illest. But that lady is gorgeous. Okay, and when I look at her before pictures of seasons prior, and she got her face rebalanced, and she fine in the mud. But I'm scared of that because then you see other reality stars who got their face rebalanced, and then years go down the line and their face starts looking boxy, and it's like, I don't know. I don't know. You know that look I'm talking about where they start just looking like it's a lady. I tell you that, you know, I'm not mean. I don't want to say it out loud. I wish I was mean like that. I probably have 10,000 million people. But it's a lady who she's well known, and her face just looks, she was beautiful, and she got into the fillers to enhance it, and when she first started getting it done, it looked gorgeous just like Portia. But now I'm like, I really wish she would just dissolve it all and start over.
Yeah.
Because it kind of like took her beauty and kind of erased her beauty. I don't know if that's the proper thing to say. Like she just looked like just I don't want to sound mean, but it doesn't look like her.
Yeah.
But you could tell she looks disfigured almost, because it's like puffy, and her jawline is boxed, and it's just, she looks just puffy.
Yeah.
Like her whole, like this whole area here where they use the gel to define the cheeks to give you a higher cheekbone. They use it to define your jawline to give you a higher definition, which I see them doing a lot in men. They do your lips. They may do some. I used to get Botox. I do skin tightening now, but I used to get Botox in my hairline, in my glabella, and then one time I got Botox inside of my bunnies, the little bunny area down here, she called it. And then my friend told me not to get that again because they said that eventually it'll make it that the muscles under your eyes kind of sag. And her dermatologist told her that, so I stopped doing that one. But I really liked when I got the Botox in the hairline because it does get that, like, that pulling effect. Okay. Yeah, and it was really nice. But now, like I said, I'm doing skin tightening, so I don't get Botox anymore. I just do skin tightening on my face and on my forehead. But yeah, I like facial rebalancing. I'm just scared of the future of it.
Exactly. You right about that, because it's like, it look good, them results be looking good, but you right, it gotta go somewhere and move around,
and then they gotta get it touched up.
Yeah.
Did it dissolve into the body?
And that's something to, like,
so you just add in filler on top of filler, and maybe that's why their faces start looking. What y'all think? Maybe that's why people who get a lot of fillers faces start looking puffy, because it migrates, and then eventually it's like it's just bigger and it just doesn't look good. And I just pray they get to the dissolve.
Yeah.
Get it dissolved, baby. Now, am I against it? Absolutely not. But let's be honest. If they can pay, if they would have saved all their money up for getting fillers for a long time like that, you could have just went and got a nip tuck. Because that's all fillers are. Just go get a nip tuck. I'm not against it. If you want to keep doing that. And what's that? What's your next line? This lane over here. But if you want to spend all that money, just get nipped up. That's my recommendation, because you're just gonna keep looking crazy. Now let's answer some questions. Top questions about skin tightening. I'm pulling up. It's a screen behind you guys. You was thinking about getting your face rebalanced, India?
Yeah, when I seen that, I thought
it looks good.
It do, but then I seen somebody say getting just a lymphatic facial massage will give you those results instead of going out and doing that. And I said, that makes sense. You're right. That's what we're missing. That lymphatic drainage facial massage.
And guess where would they do that at? Human.
Yes.
Yes, that's why the jawline, drink the water. Nothing helps to move lymph as much as drinking water. It replenishes your lymphatic system. And when we're doing the massage here, if you are an esthetician and you are watching this, Always in the facial, if you ever notice where we drag our hands along your jawline, that we are literally like, I guess you could kind of say we're kind of milking the lymph nodes. We're moving the lymph. So if I'm moving the lymph and then I take my hand and pushing it down, it's taking it down into your system. What do you need to move that? It needs to be water. You need water. That's why you need water. Use water. And then I just did that. The first time I got a lymphatic massage, I'm gonna do the other side just because I did that side. But the first time I got a lymphatic massage, it broke my whole jawline out, y'all. Okay, this is the exact same thing we do for our clients. Oh, I thought that was a wedding invitation. This is the exact same, and we just constantly, and then we massage out their necks. So that is lymph. I need to show you guys a video. I'll put a video of lymphatic massages so you guys can understand why I did what I did, and it's easier. Every driver in Michigan has to. I'm trying to share the video with y'all so y'all can see the video of a lymphatic massage. Well, I'll put it in the community area, the video that I like, and maybe I'll do like a, so you guys can see exactly how we do it at the spa. I'm bringing up the questions. I have to go through my tabs. Oh, another thing, y'all. I'm about to say this so dry, but I'm so excited. We got a really major contract today for the spa. I can't wait to announce it. Once the deal is done, I will be announcing it. I'm very, very excited about it. Put the questions on this screen right here. Very, very excited. Oh, there it is. Okay, so skin tightening creams and your face. Those are temporary. Temporary results. Any creams that you use that are great for skin tightening, those are temporary results unless they are directly helping your body to produce collagen and fibroblasts. If there's anything on the market that you want to use for skin tightening or to create fibroblasts in your body that is topical, it needs to be a micro serum or a serum based product. Creams sit on top of the skin. Serums, the molecules in serums are small enough to go inside of the pores. As far as results and skin tightening, I've never heard of any. Just because I never heard of it does not mean it is not 1000% true. But in my experience, I have never seen a product that will give you a permanent result of tightening just by applying it to your skin. It is usually something that is helping with the muscles. Even Botox has to be reapplied every 3 to 6 months, depending on the brand that you have. Botox is the brand, but depending on the brand that you use for that procedure, that has to be reapplied. So nothing is permanent when it comes to these skin tightening creams. And I know people may want to use them if they want to get something that's just a semi-permanent, because you possibly can't afford to do something that is semi-permanent and or permanent. You go for a cream that, but again, we can always do laser skin tightening. A majority of places, even if you are not in the metro, I'm sure it keeps going back. Even if you are not in the Metro Detroit area, you can get financing on these treatments for cherry, and we pay for what we want, right, guys? Let's see. I like spindrift too. These are great. I want a little bit of juice. How do I drastically tighten my skin? A quick drastic result for tightening your skin is not going to be fast. And a quick drastic way to tighten your skin is usually surgery. You want it done quick. You want that result quick, tight, drastic, night and day, facelift surgery. That is how you would get your skin tight in a quick manner. It's only one way. How expensive is skin tightening surgery? Skin tightening surgery it depends on who you want to. I think that they said Kris Jenner paid $50,000 for her facelift. I believe she probably paid more. It just depends on what you want to pay and how well you want your results to be and how you want to look. So it just really depends. I'm looking at the questions, y'all. Loose skin surgery. So I have had people who have called in about skin tightening for loose skin treatment. If you have lost a lot of weight, went through VSG or bariatrics, and you're having like extreme skin, I personally think that, and we're trained to know that skin tightening is for people who have light issues, not moderate, well, not significant or severe issues, meaning you have loose skin, your skin is folding, you're probably on that level where it's causing you to get an infection. I cannot do laser skin tightening for those types of individuals. You will not be a candidate because the results that you need, that needs to be removed. And no, do not let, and that's the one thing that I don't like about this overall industry, because you can make a lot of money in the med spa industry, and having integrity and telling people what works and what doesn't work and what's a waste of money is one of the things I feel like that has saved my reputation, but it has cost me a lot of money in this industry. And the reason why is because I'll tell you, no, you should not be getting this done because you are dealing with this, and this. And we don't want to risk liability, and or, it's just not a good procedure for you here at Human. They will go somewhere else and possibly get a procedure and or get their money taken. And then I'll see them down the line because they'll get another service here because we were, true to what we said. And then they'll tell me. But don't be so desperate and want a treatment so bad. And when I say desperate, I'm not shaming you. But as people who want better results and we want to look our best, sometimes we will let people game us into procedures or treatments that would not really help us, because when you guys sign those waivers, it releases them because they did the work. So they should get paid for doing the work. Now, if you got the result that you're paying for, it does not cover that. It covers them actually administering the work. I did the work, you didn't get the result, I'm still going to get paid. And that is how a lot of people look in the med spa industry. And if I didn't go about it like that, I'd have been rich. Women come here all the time and want to get certain treatments because their hair is gray. You can't get laser hair removal with gray hair. Well, this lady down the street says that she has a laser and she can remove gray hair. She's a lie. And if she's telling the truth, tell me what type of laser she got, so I can buy one myself, because I have yet to see that or hear about there being a laser that will remove hair that has gray pigment or white pigment in it, or lack and no pigment. So this industry can be very, very unsavory when it comes to the consumers, and you end up just paying for things that you will not ever receive these results that you are promised. Ever. So that's the downside of the med spa industry, for sure. No, so when you are getting skin tighten here at Huline, insurance does not pay for it, because for me to do my jawline, that is a cosmetic procedure. Me doing skin tightening on my jaw to smooth out my pores on my cheeks, to help with my jowls, to make this entire area tighter. Notice like it was puffy here before, but now it's tighter to my face. That is cosmetic. Insurance does not cover cosmetic. It doesn't cover cosmetic. Notice how this was, I have to work on the little pivots here, but I smile so hard, y'all, that it's gonna always make a line. I can get fillers there and it'll fill out that area. But again, I'm not a fan of fillers because I feel like they migrate. But I'll do more skin tightening in this area, which I really work on it, because I'm gonna say this because this is my experience and experience I've had from my clients. The skin tightening itself will help with the buccal fat, because I had a very bad habit of biting my cheeks constantly in the inside because I had a fat pad. And as you do the skin tightening over your face, that helps. It's like this entire area, this entire skin is much tighter. So even if you are not in the Metro Detroit area, find you a med spa in your local area that does laser skin tightening. Laser skin tightening. Make sure that they have a YAG laser, because that laser technology itself is made specifically for darker skin tones, Mediterraneans, Asians. My Caucasian clients use it as well, but the treatment of choice I've been hearing a lot right now is broadband, which is really, really the treatment that a lot of our Caucasian clients get at different med spas for skin tightening and just the tone of the skin itself. So that's a totally different subject, different treatment, but it works for all skin types, but specifically for ethnic and anyone who has melanin in their skin. The way to know, even if you are Caucasian, is when you go outside, do you tan easily? If you tan easily, laser skin tightening will be your absolute best friend. And it's wild how I remember my grandma used to complain about her neck and her double chin. I was like, oh, it's okay. You look pretty. You look pretty. You're pretty. No, I used to constantly tell my grandma that, because she was pretty. She's my grandma. I still saw her like that. And it took time for me to understand that women started to see a different version of themselves in the mirror than the version that we were seeing. And I think that it became a psychological game, or not even a game, but dare I say, an attack or something they had to get used to, because the person that they feel like internally is not who they see in the mirror. And when the person they see in the mirror starts to misalign with who they envision themselves to be, and they don't recognize the person in front of them, it can really play on their confidence and their emotional health and how they view themselves. Because my grandmother went from being beautiful, self-conscious, and beautiful and very confident, to she was constantly speaking about the neck area, and she basically was complaining about her beauty fading, you know, and that's a big thing for women. We try to, I think that people want to shame it or act like it's not a thing, but when women's beauty starts to fade, it can really be a thing for them mentally that they have to go through a full readjustment. And we have treatments, we have surgeries, and it could possibly be a thing with just getting reacquainted with who you are and or accepting that version of who you are becoming. It can be enhanced. You can, but yeah, it's really a big thing. Women go through so much. I'm pretty sure men go through it as well, watching their looks, you know, fade over time. But it's a big thing for women because so much is hung over our heads as far as how you look and your beauty and how you show up in your presentation and how your skin is beautiful and it's moisturized and your hair is long and you dress like this and your weight, you know, like so much is hung up on the beauty of a woman that when that's what you are known for or that's what you have used to get by, or it can really be a wham bam for you. It really can. It really can. So I feel for him. I really do. And I didn't understand it until I started getting older. So yeah. You hear that, India? Make sure you be proactive on your skincare. Take care of your skin. Take care of your skin. Your skin will take care of you. Take care of your skin. Oh, thank you, Liz. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I'm sorry, I'm just seeing that comment if you left that before. When I get into my little flows of talking, and especially when I started thinking about my grandma and like, we were extremely close. Like, my grandmother raised me, so that was more like my mother. And when I just started to think about all the things that she used to share with me about life, and she never hid the game, no matter what it was about. If it was about money, men, she didn't, you know, she wasn't as raw as how I speak now. She still spoke very elegantly, but she shared so much with me about life and her experiences. So I just, I know how I can't tell you, I know how it feels because I'm not that age yet, but I saw how it affected her. So I know that other women feel the same. And it did affect her. She's a second guess where her little outfits was, everything, okay? She's really second guess things. And I think because she ties so much to, she had a body, she had cute face, and she had beautiful skin, and my grandmother always had big pretty hair, and she, you know, she was a bombshell. A bombshell. So I think that it really played with her when she got older. So yeah. Let's get some more questions, y'all. I get to talking about my grandma for 3 million hours. Okay, so another treatment. No, I don't want to mention the name because my experience was very mid with this treatment. It's very, very expensive to get. I was considering purchasing this treatment for the spa, and it was radio frequency with microneedling, combined into a gun, and I did not see a result like I was told I would. And I started to see later on after the machine became more popular because they were selling them like hotcakes. People were saying that it wasn't a great machine. So I think the technology It's still good. I think there just needs to be improvement in it as far as we're talking about now. Microneedling mixed with radio frequency, which is a double whammy. So not only do you get the needles going and puncturing of the scar tissue, because that's all scarring is in your cheeks. That's scar tissue. There are binds under your skin surface that are holding the skin down. And the same thing how you beat a piece of meat and so you soften it up. That's what microneedling does to the skins and the scar tissue. And then imagine combining that with radio frequency. So not only am I busting up the scar tissue, I'm sending energy down into that same layer, which is now helping the body to create new collagen and new fibroblasts. Oh my God, people were like running to buy this machine in particular so fast, but we slowly learned that it was not a good treatment for African American skin. And I think the premise of the treatment is absolutely amazing. It just needs to be done in a safer way. And I'm pretty sure there are options out there now, but because of my experience, I did not circle back around to it yet. But I'm considering taking a full trip over to Korea to get some machines because they have the best machines in Korea. They have the best everything in Korea. That's why our products are made and based over there. And they're shipped, but they're made there, shipped over. The lab, everything I wanted, I got because they have the best. They have the best skincare. Hands down. I love my country. I love where I live. I love America. But Korea, 20 years ahead of us in skincare. 20 years ahead of us. It is like pulling people's teeth here to do treatments. And even when I talk to my friends that own med spas, like to get a client to watch a video of a Korean skin tour. They would do 4, 5 laser sessions, bam, 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 in one session. 4 or 5 laser treatments in one session, right back on top of each other, doing different areas. And that person will say always that skin is the best skin of their life, every single time. But anytime I try to multi-treat someone here, it's a complaint about money and I understand, but you really get what you pay for. When you combine treatments, when you really go and commit to getting a great result, you're going to get that result because it takes time. The one lady said she was there almost a whole day. They gave her lunch. She did, this lady did like 6 treatments. And I'm going over there and I'm going to do them too. I cannot wait to experience a day of laser treatments. I cannot wait. I love how like we are now talking about this type of stuff, but for the longest, people were like just scared of laser treatments. But all around the world, people know that laser treatments are top notch, top tier, and getting a great laser technician and getting great results is really just going to keep your skin like even that tightening. I think I'll start running. I've never ran the skin tightening around here, but like I just pulled that part. I'll probably tighten right here some more. And then, like I said, the scarring in my cheeks, well, it has changed like night and day. It's so significant in how the results are so much better. However, I'm just gonna keep improving. And there's a little scarring in here. Microneedling again. I think I'll do more microneedling in my cheeks this coming week. And just move from there. And I have an active cyst right here, y'all. It's not coming to a head. It's not pussing. It's not nothing. It's just a little knot under the skin. So, yeah. See you. Friday. Have a good day at school. Thanks. You not coming back till Friday? Yeah. Okay. Okay, let's answer a couple more questions and I'm going to be prepared for my last client of the day. I'm going to get off live because I'm supposed to be off at 3. We spoke about creams. We spoke about if you want drastic results. We spoke about... So this is something I want to share that I personally had experienced. When you are getting skin tightening treatments, you really have to watch your weight. And baby, if, okay, I'll be thinking about 10 different things at one time. So when y'all ever see me stop like that, I'm thinking, and then I'm thinking of how I want it to come out instead of me just like bursting out all this information. When you are getting skin tightening treatments on your face and on your jawline, if you are a person that when you, and I don't want to say if you are, I'm a person that when I gain weight, you'll always see it in my face. You'll see it in my jawline. It'll get like a little chubby. Remember I told y'all my grandma, yeah, her little jawline used to get chubby, right? But if you are a person that gets skin tightening like myself, like I'm not having that extra skin, my weight would easily get away from me because I can't see it immediately. And the clothes that I wear are all, I don't really wear tight clothes like that like I used to, but everything is fitting to my body, or it's not form fitting as much as like skin tight like when I was younger. So I'll look up and I will have gained weight and won't even know it, because the skin tightening in your jawline, it will not show the weight if you see it in your face when you gain. So that's something that's like a little quick tip y'all gotta watch out for it. I will be looking at my face. I'm like, dang, I'm looking good. My skin looking good. Like I'm feeling great. And I will look at certain pictures. I'm like, dang, you getting kind of chunky. And you won't even know it because, or watching your weight or watching what you eat, because you're thinking that you're doing good with your diet, but the skin tightening is a lie. It's a lie and a half when you are trying to watch your figure. And that's just something I'm telling y'all. It's not a big thing, but I just thought it was like a little funny where I was like, dang, you getting a little bit chunky and you didn't even know it because your jawline is kind of. So I always warn my clients about that when they come into the spa as well, when they start to get skin tightening, to really watch what you eat. And again, because I drink a lot of water, because you would have gained weight and you wouldn't even know it because it won't show in your face. It won't show in your jawline. The only way you guys can see is if I record from down here. Everybody gonna have a double chin if they record from down here. But when I record straight off, no double chin. Oh, this is my little baby. But yeah. So that's something that you want to watch. Absolutely. Watch that, y'all. Watch it. Watch it. You can get a whole facelift and be walking around chunky and you didn't even know it because it's pulled tip top tight. Top facelifts. So top most trendiest facelift that I'm seeing lately. Have y'all seen Ricky Lake? Ricky Lake looks amazing. Ricky Lake looks more like Ricky Lake now with gray hair than she did when she was. If you don't know who Ricky Lake is, you're probably too young to be on this show. But she used to have her own talk show and I used to run home from school to watch it. And it was a little quirky. It used to be like all type of episodes all over the place. But Ricky was like so lovable and enjoyable. And she was like she was shaped and built like regular everyday women. And she just got a facelift. Absolutely phenomenal. She had great results. Another person who has amazing results in a facelift is Gladys Knight. If you don't know, look up Gladys Knight. A few years ago, I want to say maybe 3 or 4 years ago, and look her up recently. Knit tuck, and it looks absolutely phenomenal. She looks amazing. And of course, like the biggest, trendiest one is Kris Jenner, where she does look amazing because you could tell that her years of work were kind of catching up to her result. And then she just went in and did like a deep plain facelift and had like a great just overall refreshed look and a great result. So when we talk about extreme skin tightening, that is literally where they take your skin, go under the muscle, pull that muscle back, stitch it, and then take that skin and pull that skin back, sew it down, and then they cut it and cut off the excess, usually around the ear. They'll do it in the neck, they'll do it in the hairline and pull back. But that is when we are talking about skin tightening and getting drastic, those are the top results that you are going to have. Now, can you mimic those results by getting skin tightening in the spa? Yes, you can, if you are proactive and actively doing it. Now, you don't let it get all the way to the point where it's sagging and then you want to go in and get skin tightening, because it will cost you so many treatments to see that skin tighten up in so much time and energy and effort that you should have just paid for a facelift. That's why I'm telling you guys. Like, it's certain things that estheticians can do. It's certain things that laser technicians can do. Estheticians are going to take care of the surface of the skin. They're going to use radio frequency. They're going to use microneedling. They're going to just make sure that the glowing and the quality of the skin is amazing. Laser technicians are going to help with the deeper layers, the dermis, the epidermis, making sure the muscle and the collagen moves. And then you have your nurses who use fillers and um, Botox and all wrestling, all these different things to help as far as on the semi-permanent level. And then you have the surgeons slash cosmetic surgeons or cosmetic dermatologists who will go in and do like these nip and tucks on you. So it's levels, and every level is a different price point. So now you're at the couple hundred, thousands. I mean, hundreds. I mean, let's see, like mid hundreds, not 1,000 yet. But over time, those injectables can add up to thousands. Every time I went to get Botox, it was like $600-700 every single time. And then you go to the next level, and now you're getting laser treatments where you have to pay for a package of 6, or you probably coming out of $2,400, $3,600, depending on what level and how many treatments and what area you're getting done. And then when you jump, but the jump is the drastic result. Now you're coming out of $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000, depending on the surgeon. So it just really depends on what level you want to go and what type of result you're looking for and how much you want to invest into yourself. So skin tightening is not, oh, thank you, Adler. Skin tightening is not a one size fit all. There are options and layers for everybody. It just depends on what you're willing to invest. My brand is my skin. So I'm a laser girly. I'm going to laser. I'm going to do facials. I did Botox, but now I'm getting the same result from just doing skin tightening because I was proactive and actively taking care of my skin and drinking a lot of water. So it's so many factors, but it's all there for you guys. So I hope I didn't speak too much in circles, and I just try to regurgitate all the knowledge that I have and just shoot it all out. And it could kind of be a lot. Like if you were in my face, you'd probably be like, I'm like kind of confused about all these things, but go back and watch it, and then I'll cut it up so you guys can have it too. But those are the great results. And hydrating your skin is an underrated thing to your skin because that in itself can hide the fine lines. The fine lines can be hidden by collagen, plumpness, water. Come on, y'all, drink some water. Our skin is dehydrated. Okay, so we are great. This is we're 2 weeks and a half. Well, no, 2.5 months, I think now at this point, or a month and a half. I forget. Anyway, here we are for Midday Reset, and make sure to, regardless of everything that we spoke about, it does not mean that you are not enough. It does not mean that you are not beautiful. It doesn't mean, I'm not telling you that you have to change yourself. I'm just telling you that if you are uncomfortable with something, there are options for you. There are options for you to be more comfortable with who you see in the mirror. And you can be absolutely fine and loving your wrinkles and loving exactly how you look and not wanting to change a thing. And that's absolutely fine too. The issue is, I think, when we project and tell people that they need to look a certain way. When if I'm fine in here with how I look, that's all that matters. And I say that for everybody. If you're fine with it, but say the old school saying, if you like it, I love it. And that's enough. So I don't want to speak anymore. God bless you, and thank you for joining me today for Midday Reset at 2 o'clock Monday through Friday. And I ended up doing 3 lives on Saturday, but we're good. So have a great morning, a great afternoon, and a great evening wherever you're watching me from. Bye, guys. Now, how do I turn this off from here?